The Harvard study of adult development is the longest study on the subject of happiness. It's 80 years old. In 1938, 724 men were selected to find out the course of their life, what determines the quality of their health and happiness. And what do you think are the findings of the study? What is the study saying in terms of that one most important factor that determines the quality of our happiness? Any guesses? Well, yes. The one factor, the most important factor that determines the quality of our happiness is the state or the quality of our relationships, particularly our personal relationships. And if they are good, then we feel good. If we feel a sense of belonging, we sense a sense of trust in our relationships, then we feel good about ourselves. So what in relationships, what is the most important factor then that determines the quality of our relationships? And if I were to give you the answer, the one factor that determines the quality of our relationship is communication. Our ability to have authentic, honest communication with people, which means our ability to share how we are feeling, our ability to understand, the ability to make ourselves understood. That's the most important factor of how the quality of our relationship is. Usually what happens is when we have something difficult to really tell somebody, you don't know how the other person is going to respond, react, but it's important for you to share. What we generally do, one of these two things. And what that is, the first thing is we tend to withdraw or suppress it. We feel like, oh, maybe now is not the time to talk about this. Okay, maybe I'll talk tomorrow, maybe day after. And quite often we shove things under the carpet until it really begins to stink. And one fine day, and this has been my personal experience, there's a volcanic eruption. Because you have been swallowing your feelings for so long, you're not bringing it up in the relationship. So one fine day that pressure is going to burst. Or the other thing is, some of us get into an emotional reaction immediately. Anything which is not to our liking, we immediately burst out, we immediately react in an angry tone. And quite often when we do that, the other person is not looking at what is the content of our communication. That other person is looking at how we are communicating. The tone of our communication matters so much more than what you're saying. So having an authentic conversation is really important for our relationships. Yet it is not something really easy to do. It's a difficult thing to do. So I have got 4 steps or 4 tips by which perhaps, which has maybe worked for me to some extent. There is no formula as such, but I'm just sharing what has perhaps worked for me when it comes to having authentic communication in a relationship. So what are these 4 tips? The first tip is that you must, first and foremost, not blame the other person. Don't get into an acquisition mode. So the first thing is, when you have to share something, you just share the facts. What happened and how you felt, rather than you did this and that is why I felt this. You see the difference? So just share the facts in a neutral manner, in a neutral tone of voice. And preferably first calm yourself before you share the facts. Always there's a time, space, place for having such a communication or a conversation. The second thing is that you do not get into trying to, when the other person is sharing, you don't start preempting and thinking already. Listen with curiosity. And this is the most important thing. Really, really listen and try to understand what the other person is thinking, saying, feeling. Try to understand his thought process, his beliefs. And quite often nobody is really out there to really hurt us. It's just that we don't understand the other person. And similarly, that other person is not able to understand us. So when we listen with curiosity, with really wanting to learn, then we are able to understand and be understood. The third thing is create space for differences. It's okay we don't agree on certain points. It's okay that we have different thought processes, we have different beliefs, and that's fine. And you can even be partners, you can even be spouses and still have different opinion and find a way to still make the relationship work. So create space for differences to happen. And the fourth point is allow it to evolve. Don't try to force fit a solution. Sometimes you just give space for that relationship to evolve. After you have had the communication, you don't have to come to some kind of a decision there and then. Allow things to evolve. Some relationships are meant to grow to the level of being a small plant. Maybe some relationships have the potential to become a big bush, and maybe some relationship have the potential to be a big tree. Each relationship comes with its own destiny. So allow that relationship to evolve in its own way. So authentic communication and conversation is so critical for the quality of our relationship, which then determines the quality of our happiness. So I'll end with a quote by the famous Indian philosopher Jiddu Krishnamurti. He says that relationships are the mirror in which we can see ourselves. So if you want to have a pleasant reflection, then we must learn the art of authentic conversations. Namaste. Thank you.